Hello, it's Mrs.Z. It's lesson 24 word problem. A long time runner completed her training distance in the following chart. Fill in the missing values. So these are table is called runner's logs, or when they run they put their data in that. Okay, they run long time runners. Okay, so then they have total number of miles, then they have a number of days, then they run, and then also miles run each day. Miles they run each day. Okay, so when you look this information, they run 12 days, each day, miles, sorry, they'll run 12 miles each day, and then total was 420 miles, but we don't know how many days are that. So that means that we can divide the total by the number of miles each day to get number of days. Okay, so what we need to do is 420 divided into groups of 12. Okay, so if that is group, we can go one number at a time, saying, okay, if I have 4, can I make a group of 12? No. If I have 42, how many groups of 12 are in a 42? I can think about 3. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 2 is 6. So that could be a good guess, correct? So 3, and if you are doing that, you can say, okay, 12 times 3 is 36. So that's good. Or I can just add 12 is one group, 12 is two groups. So I have 24, and if I add 12, that would be 3 groups, so 36. If I add 12 more, it will be too much. So so I'm going to do with 3. 3 times 12 is 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 10 is 30, or 3, so that's 36. I regroup the tens. 12 minus 6 is 6. 3 minus 3 is nothing. Now, I still have one more digit to bring down, so I needed to think that how many 12s are in 60. So you can think of 5 times 10 is 15. 5 times 2 is 10. So that my guess would be 5. And then you can check. So 12 times 5 is 60, and my guess was correct. But if I don't know, I already have 3 groups of 12. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna keep adding 12. So 48, that's 4, and then add 12, that's 5, and that becomes the 60. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 12 are in 60. 5 times 12 is really 60. When I subtract, there is no remainder. So our answer is 35. So that runner was running 35 days, and he ran 12 miles per day, and total miles for 35 days was 420. Now this is 14.5 miles, and he ran only 5 days. and then how many miles per day he did run. How many miles each day he runs. So it's the same. We know the total. So total is 14 and 5. So we need to divide that into the 5 days. So then it will be the what is how many days are and how many miles per day did he ran. So you can think this as 145 tenths divided by 5, or you can do standard algorithm, which is division with if you have the divisor whole group, you don't need to change anything. Your decimal is going to appear exactly where it was in your number. So 1 4 decimal point 5. So the decimal is going to appear right here. So that means that you will use the same procedure as you did here. It's just you will have the decimal. So you think, oh, if I have, let me draw my lines because I really love precision. So if I go one number at a time for standard division, if I have 1, can I make a group of 5? No, I make 0 groups. If I have 14, how many groups of 5 are there? There are 2. 2 times 5 is really 10. So when I subtract, I have left over 4. But then I still have one more digit to bring down. So when I have my arrow, now I'm taking how many 5s are in a 45. You can skip count by 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 9 times 5 is really 45. And then you have no remainder left. So so that means that your answer is 2 and 9 tenths. So it's the same thing if you did 145 tenths divided into 5, you will get 29 tenths, and then you will change 29 tenths into 2.9. So that is he ran 2.9 miles each day. Okay, so that is now next one is there is a total of 38 and then days are 10. So still we have total. So what that means is what is a 38 divided into 10? It will give us the solution. So of course numbers, if you think on 38, the decimal is right here, so it's going to get smaller 10 times, so the number is going to move to here, so the your solution is 3.8. So now remember how divide by 10, so that answer is 3.8 miles. That is. Now the last one, they have a number of days, and then they have how much each day and they ran. But what is missing is total. So that means product is unknown. So what we need to do is 17 times 16 and 5 tenths will give us the total of the number of the miles that they run that day. So I can think about 16 and 5 tenths times 17. I can think 165 tenths times 17 and then use that. So if I have 165 times 17, 5 times 7 is 35. 5, remember 3. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 3 is 45. 5, I remember 4. 1 times 7 is 7, plus 4 is 11. And that is done with 7 once. Now we're going to do the tens. Okay, 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, add them up. 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. Remember 1. That is 8. 2000. That is the solution, but they are tenths. Okay, so because I change 16 and 5/10 into tenths, so that when you do think that way, that means our solution, it has to have the same digit, 2805, but it will have the 10th in our answer. So that will be the decimal is, so that is 280 miles, 0.5 total miles for that, the last unknown number here. So it was 280.5 miles of the total. Okay, so that was lesson 24 word problem, and it was this table, and this was all the calculation we have done so far, right? Okay, I think this is, you can see all of them now. All right, I hope that helped, and see you next time. Thank you for listening, guys. I appreciate you.